Hi, I'm Bo Yu, and I will be presenting with Niels, Wang, Chengming, and Hannah. Today, we're thrilled to present to you an innovative solution for enhancing your IT management process, which is Capability Maturity Model Integration, or called CMMI. Today's presentation will be broken into 5 parts, and the first part is the main objective, where we go over what is CMMI. The second part is the key assumption, where we talk about beliefs and expectation. The third part is the structure, which we will go into detailed description of CMMI workflow. The fourth part is the critiques, which cover strengths and weaknesses. Number 5 is the case study, which we go over a real-life case study of CMMI implementation. So I want to go over the main objective of CMMI. CMMI is a versatile outcome-based framework that finds the best practice for process improvement in all branches in the organization, not just limited to IT. It aimed to optimize both product and process quality through the 5 steps. The first, as you can see on the graph to the right, is initial, followed by managed, defined, quantitatively managed, and optimization. So throughout the 5 steps, CMMI enable organization to use data-driven decision-making matrix to monitor and enhance their process effectively. CMMI implementation new process that will deliver consistency and measurable result to achieve success. In IT management, the primary objective is to enhance efficiency, reduce complexity, mitigate risks, ensure security, and strike a balance between uniqueness and simplicity, all contributing to the organizational success. In the following section, we will dive deeper into the key assumptions.
In this slide, I'm gonna delve into the foundational assumptions crucial for effectively leveraging the CMMI IT management framework as external consultants deeply engage with your esteemed organization. Our focus revolves around these key principles, serving as guiding beacons for your organizational success. So we have our first assumption, organizational maturity and process standardization. Achieving a higher level of organizational maturity and process standardization lays the groundwork for establishing reliable and predictable processes. This commitment ensures a well-structured operation, fostering hidden efficiency within your organization landscape. Move on to our second critical assumption. Emphasizing process standardization become a catalyst for operation efficiency and elevated product quality. This strategy approach anticipates outcomes such as reduced defects, optimized resource allocation, and substantial cost savings, thereby minimizing wastage across diverse projects. Assumption 3. Customer satisfaction impact. Let's now explore the pivotal connection between our efforts and customer satisfaction. The consistent delivery of higher quality products within the scheduled time frame has a direct impact on customer satisfaction. This not only cultivates loyalty but also enhances the likelihood of repeat business and positive advocacy. Assumption for effective risk management. I'm gonna shift our focus to the foundation of project success. Recognizing effective risk management as a cornerstone for project success, we prioritize the prompt identification of potential risk, the implementation of suitable mitigation strategies, and proactive issue resolutions. Our overarching goal is to minimize the impact of risk on projects, ensuring seamless execution. In conclusion, our consulting capacity, these assumptions serve as guiding principles, seamlessly aligning with the CMMI IT management framework. This alignment is pivotal in propelling your organization toward optimal outcomes, creating a pathway for sustained success.
CMMI promotes process standardization and optimization, leading to increased efficiency and productivity. By simplifying workflows, eliminating redundancies, and improving resource allocation, organizations can achieve more with fewer resources. Adopting CMMI means aligning processes with customer requirements and expectations. By consistently delivering high-quality products and services, organizations can build trust and loyalty among customers, thereby enhancing customer satisfaction. CMMI encourages the collection and analysis of data throughout the project lifecycle. This data-driven approach enables organizations to make informed decisions based on measurable metrics and performance indicators. By gaining a deeper understanding of process performance, organizations can identify problems earlier and take corrective action promptly, thereby improving project outcomes. CMMI provides a structured framework for identifying, analyzing, and managing risks. By proactively addressing potential risks, organizations can minimize the likelihood of project failure and costly setbacks. CMMI is a relatively complex framework, encompassing multiple maturity levels and process areas, which requires organizations to invest a significant amount of time and resources to understand and implement. This can be burdensome for some small organizations and startups. Implementing CMMI may necessitate substantial training, consulting, and audits, potentially leading to a high cost. For some small organizations, this may be an unsustainable burden. CMMI is better suited for large software and system engineering projects, and may not be well suited for small projects or agile software developing. The CMMI processes may appear cumbersome and unnecessary for small teams or agile organizations. CMMI was originally designed for the software and system engineering domain, and as such, it may not be directly applicable to other types of organizations, such as manufacturing and services. Implementing CMMI is a time-consuming endeavor, and it may take several years to achieve a high maturity level. This may not be sufficiently fast for organizations that need to rapidly improve their processes.
Moving on to detailed framework, usually when implementing CMMI, there are 5 stages that describes the maturity of the business. The first level is initial. During this stage, your organization is at its lowest amount of maturity. You might be developing ways to manage and organize, resulting in unpredictable and poorly controlled processes, making past successes challenging to recreate. In this unstable environment, your organization is more reactive than proactive, and success relies on your people rather than the systems in place. The second level is manage. The processes begin to be planned, documented, and monitored at a project level. You may decide to establish projects and assign stakeholders to lead each project, allowing your organization to begin standardizing and retaining repeatable processes. The third level is defined. The processes, standards, tools, and procedures are defined and now consistent at an organizational level, besides some tailored changes in some departments. This allows your organization to be proactive rather than reactive. The processes that are more defined and enforce guide workers in their daily responsibilities. The fourth level is quantitatively managed. During this time, statistics and other quantitative data is collected, measured, and heavily analyzed. These assessments are based on customers' needs, organizational goals, and process implementers. These measurements can be used to make decisions for top executives in the future. The final level is optimizing. Here, while the process and performance measurements are established, continuous improvements and adaptations are made to meet changing customer needs. The processes are flexible to accommodating new innovation and improvements. Your organization's ability to respond to changes and opportunities is enhanced. While the time, resources, and leadership needed differ for every different organization, These 5 steps are crucial for assessing the maturity of an organization's process and guiding how to reach the top level and stay there.
All right, now I'll be taking you through a compelling case study on the company International Turnkey Systems, also known as ITS. Similar to your company Stripe, ITS is a leading multinational technology provider specializing in the financial technology services industry. We chose ITS because of its similar business structure and goals to your company, and both businesses are in the same financial technology industry. Despite their success, ITS has faced several challenges that impeded their efficiency and has threatened their market position as market leaders. So the challenges that ITS encountered were significant. They struggled with unpredictable project costs and efforts, inaccuracies in their planning processes, and consistently missing deadlines, which all led to customer dissatisfaction. The variation in their projected cost led to issues in their bidding, and they were losing jobs. And these issues spurred ITS to seek a solution that would not only resolve these challenges, but also enhance their precision in project estimation and planning, and overall increase their competitiveness in the fast evolving tech landscape. So before we dive into the results, it's important to understand specifically how the CMMI framework benefited ITS. Aside from the main 5-stage framework, which we've gone into throughout this presentation, ITS specifically adopted CMI practices such as casual analysis and resolution, commonly known as CAR, and organizational process performance, also known as OPP. So they use these to establish baselines and analyze variations in their root causes. So by focusing on these areas, they developed a systematic approach to identifying and addressing inefficiencies that led to improved project estimation, scheduling, and execution, which were all their goals. So the implementation of these CMMI practices were integral to their substantial increase in project success rates, their accuracy in projections, and overall customer satisfaction. So now looking at the results, which we have the 2 graphs here on the right, ITS's decision to implement the robust CMMI framework led to dramatic improvements. The first being their probability of success for their projects, shown here on the top right, skyrocketed from 30% to 90% in just 3 years, between 2016 to when they implemented it, measuring again in 2019. Additionally, they saw a remarkable increase in customer satisfaction, over a 25% increase in their customer satisfaction scale, which led to a positive impact on their strategic initiatives. Okay, moving forward, our recommendation to your company, Stripe would be to adopt the CMMI framework. And as we highlighted in the ITS case study, we suggest that you specifically focus on the casual analysis and resolution method and organizational process performance as your guiding factors in your organization. We believe this will help solve some of your customer satisfaction issues that you have found while scaling your payment processing platform globally. So we thank you for your time and attentiveness and hope that this presentation brings you some success.